You gain some weight.
Yeah.
When you get married, you gain some weight. Each kid is like 10 pounds.
Yeah.
I'm like, by the time you gain like 50 pounds.
You just, and that's what it is. You
Yeah.
don't gotta move around no more.
Hey,
You
stop.
Right? You master the snapping the point. You don't even have to get off the couch.
Get out of there.
Get you a dad voice, you never have to move again.
I got the dad voice, and then I got the uncle voice.
There you go. See?
When my brother and sister have kids, so every time we had a get together, and I did like the Moke dad voice. Hey,
See it right there.
And then my brother was like laughing, like, oh snap! I got like the uncle voice. I'm like, oh, dude. Shucks, I can't avoid it.
Hey, you can't help it. It just happens.
Yeah. Anyway.
All right. We here. We live. It's Factory. We in the building.
Brah, brah, brah.
Y'all already know what it is, man. We here with the OG. This is Kavet.
Just old. Old G.
Y'all know what it is.
That's a lowercase old G. You know what's funny? I only recently embraced the OG thing. I kept like, nah, I'm not OG. Then it's like, yo, fucking 40. Yeah, I'm old. Yeah, I'm OG. Hell yeah, I'm OG. That's man. Right. I'm old.
Hey, man, like hip hop is young forever.
No,
young forever.
No, totally.
That's
hip hop keeps you young, like on the real, like
facts.
Total facts. It's just like it keeps you young. Even if you're not like actively making it,
right?
But if you're actively like feeding your head with hip hop, feeding your brain. Yeah, I really do believe it keeps you young.
See?
No, for real.
It's
real.
Facts. We telling y'all the truth. We wouldn't lie to you on Factory.
It does help if you're a little Asian, because Asian blood, that helps, you know?
Yeah,
so thank you to a quarter of my Japanese from my grandma.
I got the same thing going on. Y'all know black don't crack.
True, that's true. So if you're black and Asian, you
boom.
Ageless vampire.
Right, for real. Man, I got a homie that's black and Asian. I was like, yo, man, for real, tell me what year you was born. He's like 1893. He just been here.
All my friends that are like, all my friends that are half black and Asian just look pretty young still.
It's facts. It's scientifically proven.
It's gotta be. Those are the two oldest ancient civilizations.
Yo, see now, you know what? Now we really on to something.
No, for real, because African Americans started all of this.
Yes.
And then Asians kind of came out of African Americans. Africans.
Yeah.
Gotta get that right. Right? Because they populated Asia.
Facts.
Boom. Just to the weather and stuff. Light skin. I don't know about the slant eyes. Maybe because of the sun and the snow. Sun and the snow, right? The snow is like
all in your face.
But anyway.
and that's how it happened.
That's how it happened.
Right here, man. This is World History, the Factory Edition with
Anthropology. And all that good stuff.
Anthropology.
People are like, yo, this guy's an idiot. These guys are all wrong. Anyway.
Yes.
I'm stoked to be here down with the Factory.
Man, I'm glad that we could finally have this conversation.
Shout out to Stud. OG Beetroot.
Y'all know
producer.
What it is. Fools know.
Fools know. For sure.
Yeah, man. So for some of the cats who are watching who may not be familiar with you,
cool.
Just give them a little breakdown. What is Light Sleepers? Tell them about how we know you from back in the day.
Light Sleepers, it basically started off as a radio show. Yeah. Shout out to KTUH.
Yeah.
DJ Bone, he's still doing it.
Facts.
I don't know how he's still doing it. He must be taking a class. I don't know. 30 years later, he's Asian, so he looks young. Probably looks like he's 18. But anyway, so I did KTUH 97, old G, through 2002. Yeah. Started a radio show, played independent hip hop, Hawaii hip hop. Yeah. And I focused on those things: independent, underground, and Hawaii hip hop.
Yeah.
97 to 2002-ish.
There we go.
The Light Sleeper Show was created, and then through that, I made a shirt. And as music changed, Diddy, Dirty South.
Yeah.
I just was like, nah, I can't do this no more. Like, I can't spin this kind of music anymore.
Yeah.
I didn't want to keep up, so I said, you know what? The shirt thing's going pretty good.
There you go.
Let's just extend the creativity from music to shirts.
Yeah.
And a lot of homies stopped doing graffiti. So, they kind of got this designer. Shout out to Spell. Shout out to, I got so many like dope writers. Yeah. Koak, which goes by Takumi.
Oh, wow.
Now, and they all kind of transition,
Yeah.
to like illustrators, designers. And I just was blessed with the awesome team, Angry Robots. You know what I mean? Like, people like that came through Light Sleepers. We grew up rhyming, and then art and clothing, and you know what I mean. But the love is always music. Like I'm still making beats. I just made a beat. You guys heard it? I was playing it.
That's facts.
You know what I mean? And it's crazy because it's coming full circle. Because I'm beginning to hit up. There's that whole analog lo-fi thing that the kids do now. It's beautiful. For me, it's just sampling. Like I don't know if there's a label on it, but hell yeah, I guess I do it.
Right,
so.
Cool.
Yeah, I just submitted like a beat to San Francisco. I got a beat tape, and then one of my shirts I'm dropping. This Canadian U.S. magazine's picking it up to do like a feature.
Oh, that's super.
And like this is not even me making trap. Like it's not me making trap or housey stuff or EDM. It's me making like good old sample based.
Sticking with the roots.
Yeah, with the roots.
I feel it.
But I knew it. I'm good at forecasting things, and I knew it was gonna come around. So the kids picked it up. So all these guys are like half my age. But they're digging what I'm making because they make it. You know what I mean? So I'm like, dude, I'm stoked that I stuck it out.
Right? See? All you had to do was wait for it to come back around.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That makes me an old G.
That's wisdom. That's that foresight, man.
Yeah, no, I just didn't want to. I just like run around Puff Daddy and Dirty South. I was like, nah, this hip hop ain't for me. You know what I mean? It ain't for me. I ain't gonna try to make it. I ain't gonna try to spin it.
I feel it.
You just gotta keep it real with yourself, right? So I was like,
know yourself.
Yeah, know yourself. So the shirt thing took off. So I was like, yo, let's make shirts.
I feel it.
And decades later.
This one of them right here, right?
Yeah, shout out to Spell. The Yoda Shaka. Boom.
And then
look at that. Custom camouflage.
You did.
Rain camel, German rain camel, flipped it. Mm-hmm. But it's all hip hop though.
Yeah.
It's all hip hop, you know what I mean?
You trying to get yourself a dope dad hat? Come where the dads is at.
I got one dad hat. That's how good the dad hat is. It's selling out. And I don't even wear that.
Right? I feel like most of the cats wearing the dad hats aren't even dad.
Nah, it's all young cats and girls. A lot of girls love dad hats for the beach and stuff. So, I try to fight it. Like, nah, no dad hats. But I'm like, people want it.
Hey,
let's make it. So
go get you a bag, man.
That's yeah. Definitely a few bags. Hey.
I feel it. So you were talking about the beat tape and making beats and everything. Like we were saying earlier before we got the camera going, the way you met Stud was through doing Beatroot. So tell us a little bit about how Beatroot got started.
Back in the day when I did the radio show, I did MC battles, DJ battles. Like I was one of the first to like have a thing called What's That Noise? So it was like a turntablist DJ battle. So I did DJ battle, B-boy battles, MC battles. But then my homies came back from New York in 2002 or 3. And they're like, yo, Kavet, they're battling with MPCs. I'm like, what? He's like, yeah, check this DVD out. It was called the IPA, the International Producers Association. Whoa. And I'm just like, they're like, put it in. I was like, oh my God, dude, they're freaking battling beats. And they all had MPCs. And I'm just like, yo, I make beats. I know a million producers. Let's do it. And that's when everybody started doing MC battles. So I didn't have to do it. People started doing DJ battles, so I didn't have to do it. I already had my B-boy battle, which is Inertia, and I did it for 10 years. So you know what I mean? Like, I was like, you know what? Let the other promoters or whatever, let them do it. I'm like, dude, I love beats. I know all these producers. Let's do a battle.
Let's make it happen.
So from New York, that concept, I took it. The first battle was DJ Monkey, Fame, Slap Symphony, Ion Mike, Ray Skelton, I think Centric. I forget who else is in that battle. A few other people's in that battle. But all those names are like Hawaii hip hop, like straight up.
Facts.
You know what I mean? So, and then from that battle, just kind of like I just kind of kept honing it. I kept doing it. And we went from 8 producers to 6, and then we started doing like qualifiers because the New York guys, they changed the format. So I just followed them because shoot, it's New York. You know what I mean? It's the Mecca,
right?
So that's pretty much, and I just kept doing that. Stopped doing MC battles completely because everybody started doing it, which is cool. Stopped doing DJ battles because no one battling anymore. Because the computers came in, so everybody became a DJ. But beats is universal. Beats is timeless. You know what I mean? So that's pretty much the Beatroot, and we still do it to this day. And we had we had Carmack came out of Beatroot, which I mean, what else you got to say on that one? Cozy entered Beatroot, Rucka entered Beatroot. Who else? The guy that produced Damn Boy's song. Super Robot King. He came out of Beirut. He battled Carmack like 25 rounds that one time.
Oh,
you know what I mean? I think he's still bitter
that.
on that. Don't be mad, my man. You're doing your thing.
Killing it.
And side note, Damn Boy should have just did more tracks with Super Robot King because the How High was dope. The other track is cool.
Hey, it is
no,
what it
I'm
is.
just
come
for real.
Come to factory to get the real takes. That's what it is.
I'm coming from a point of I want everybody to succeed.
But it's all love.
Yeah, it's all love. I want people to succeed. But you know what I mean? Like, yeah, dude, Super Robot King, he had that sound, dude.
Yeah.
And I feel, I don't know how we're going on this, but they should have did a whole EP with him.
Ooh.
After that, How High, they released a summer track, like Summer Love or whatever. It wasn't that hot. I'm just keeping it real compared to How High.
Yeah, no,
they still got that in
crazy.
rotation.
How High was crazy.
You know what I mean?
That's still going crazy.
They should have said, dude, this is successful. We need to bang out like a 6-song EP with him. Because they had that, they meshed the Hawaiian local music with like the electronic, which was
Come holla at us. We're trying to get an interview, bro.
Damn Boy's dope. But then, I don't know how I'm going, but anyway. So yeah, they meshed it good, you know what I mean? Like, that's what they need to do.
Nah, I feel it, man.
So I mean, that's just on some like, man, I got big eyes for a reason, dude. I'm like an owl.
He sees everything.
I see everything.
He sees everything, and he sees into the future too.
Nah, I just love Hawaii. I love Hawaii hip hop. So anytime someone posts anything, even if it's not my style, I don't really feel it. I watch the video. I will listen to the interviews. I check out the music. Cause it's my hip hop.
I feel it, man.
Right? Like I'm not gonna be ignorant because I'm an old head.
Nah,
I'll be like, F that, F this. Like, nah, dude, you put it up, I'm gonna watch it.
See, and that's what we need, more OGs like you in the scene.
Yeah.
Who you're still out here, you're still connected, you'll still come out, you'll talk to the cats. Like, you know, I've been coming to your events and rocking with you like since like high school, man. Like it's good too, you know what I mean? So like
since then, man.
Yeah, hey, you know what it is? So like yeah, man, it's definitely dope to have like pillars like you in the scene.
Yeah.
The younger cats appreciate it. Even if they don't fully understand your impact.
That's cool.
They still appreciate it.
Because I didn't do this for that, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
I do it because I just love hip hop. And I love Hawaii. So Hawaii hip hop. Of course I support things more than others. Yeah. Because you gotta support your family first, right? And certain hip hop individuals in the scene, I consider them more my family than others, right? I mean, we just click up.
It just is what it is.
Yeah, we click up with who we like-minded individuals. And, you know, people talk about unity, but like, unity is created when you can have unity within the holes, right? Like factory is a thing now, you know what I mean? You guys got crew, you know what I mean? If someone tries to be down with you guys, then you're like, yo, what's up? Like, you know what I mean? But you gotta gradually work yourself way into it, you know? And then, you know what I mean? Like, you just work yourself in, and then that unity is formed within, and then that unity gets spread throughout, you know what I mean? But, you know, I mean, people always talking about like, yeah, why can't we all do it? I'm like, we can. But do it on your own home front, you know what I mean? Like Puna's freaking wrecking shop on the west side, representing. So he's unifying that west and the Hawaiians, you know what I mean? Along with him and all the Hokanaka and all those cats. They're creating something, right? And that ball of unity is eventually gonna trickle out to guys that maybe they don't do that type of style of music. But it's gonna be inevitable, you know what I mean?
Yeah, facts.
It's gonna roll over, you know. But then you gotta be able to master your house. You know what I mean? Like, just being a grown man. You gotta bring,
it's like a lot of cats wanna sit down and eat together, but if you ain't bringing nothing to the table, I can't spare food off my plate for you.
Thank you. That's exactly what it is. Exactly. It's Hawaii style. You gotta bring something to the potluck.
Exactly, man.
You know what I mean? But I mean, yeah, if you're a young kid, you just come in, you're gonna bum beers and, you know what I mean? Hey, young boy, go grab one plate. You know what I mean? But if you wanna eat at the table with the grown folk, you know what I mean? You gotta be able to bring some to the table. You know what I mean? Like, and that analogy is a great, bro. Yeah, that's a great analogy, man. Just don't bring chips. You know what I mean? Like,
don't be that guy who's like, hey, I got cups.
Yeah, you know what I mean? I got the rice. The guy, whoever hosts the party got the rice. That should be standard.
That's already
whoever hosts the party got the rice and got the condiments.
Yeah. Hey, I got all the napkins already, fam.
So tomorrow, I mean, whenever this airs, Rucka's coming. Boom. I think Rucka's actually bringing the cups and stuff. We don't need rice for mac and cheese. So he technically is bringing everything. Yeah. So,
but it's still going down. Right? You brought the building. That's what.
Yeah, I got the building. So this is the house. But anyway, yeah. So I mean, I don't know. I don't want to sound negative, but I'm just speaking from the heart.
No, I feel it.
Because I do Hawaii hip hop with heart.
That's
That's it, dude.
yeah.
That's it. You know what I mean?
I feel it, man.
Yeah.
All right, so before we wrap it up, if you could say one thing to the
Right.
one thing to the current generation out here, man. I guess it's kind of expounding off of what we just said. But
Right.
One thing to the youth, one thing for them to remember if they're trying to do Hawaii hip hop.
Okay.
What would you say to them?
Originality. Originality and consistency.
Yes.
My man, he's been putting out music for a decade, over at least.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And he has a family. He's working.
Facts.
Hooked up with Stud. They're doing the factory. It's like consistency, originality, and just, and clicking up with the right people.
Facts,
You know what I mean? To
man.
create the unity so it can become a larger thing. But I mean, most of it is gotta stay original, man. Nobody sounds like you.
Hey,
Like on the real.
I appreciate
Nobody
that.
does. You know what I mean? Like you don't sound like nobody else.
Yeah.
But that's because you had to make a conscious decision to be original. And that's what Hawaii lacks. A lot of originality. We do have a lot of original dudes.
Yes, that's facts.
You know what I mean? I real quick, shout out to Joker and Jick. I thought they're slept on.
Yeah.
Like on the real, like those
Jick and
cats.
Joe
Yeah, dude, those are slept on homies, like
Facts.
for real. Like dudes like hella original. You know what I mean? Like people like that. If we have more of that, you know what I mean? Because I have a theory that we're always a couple steps behind. Mm-hmm. Right?
No, I feel it.
So like if you name somebody hot right now in the mainstream.
Let's go with Lil Baby.
Okay, so that guy's hot, right?
Yeah.
Hawaii hears it. Everybody's trying to be Little Baby. By the time Little Baby's hot, makes his hit, and people are almost over him, then comes our Little Baby wave.
Yeah.
We're like this, dude. You know what I mean? We should be like F Little Baby. Nah, we're doing this.
Yeah.
We're doing Qualified, right? We're gonna be Qualified. Right? And eventually we're gonna lap what's going on in the mainstream, but it's gonna take a lot of us to be consistent with originality. We can't always be chasing like, Travis Scott, like, wanna be Travis, because Travis Scott's trying to figure out what's the next.
Yeah.
All these dudes that are ahead of the game are not thinking like about Hawaii. The industry's not even looking at us. But if someone comes out original, they're gonna be like, oh shit, Hawaii's that sound, dude. Someone's gonna break, and it's gonna be like, dude, Hawaii got that sound. Then everybody in the mainland and freaking Chicago, Boston, New York, Cali gonna be like, oh shit, we need that Hawaii sound. Then we'll be ahead and they'll be behind. But we gotta be more forward thinking, because a lot of us make good music.
Yeah.
Really good music, and I'm talking about like mainstream music, trap music, but it's music that should have came out 2 years ago. You know what I mean? Like,
I feel it.
It's good. It's really good.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna name names because I could name names and they'd get mad at me. But they make really good music.
Yeah.
But if they sat down and think about it, be like, damn, this does sound like 2 years ago. You know what I mean? Like, oh shucks, man. Maybe I gotta go back in the lab and
just
reinvent. But then maybe not even change it. Just keep progressing with that style. You know what I mean? Yeah. But that's what I think. I'm glad you came to ask me that, because I always wanted to say it. That's what I observe is like, because in the 90s and the early 2000s, we were trying to be different. That's why you had like the Anacons, Aesop Rocks, the Atmospheres. Like kids were emo, kids were like trying to rhyme words that didn't rhyme, fit million syllables in a beat that was like 60 BPM. Like we were just weirdos, dude. But now it's cool to be weird. So it's like,
I think back on people who I was listening to in like '99. And like I'm just like,
there's some crazy bugged out stuff. You know what I mean?
This
like,
dude would kill now.
Yeah, exactly. It took a while. You know, like I always said, XXXTentacion, whatever his name is, would have been in Anacon. Like he's like, they would have signed, like he would have been perfect as one of their new artists.
Yeah, no, I feel it.
Because he sang, he kind of sounded like Y. I don't know if you guys know Anacon and Y. Soul.
Do your homework.
Pedestrian. These are like major underground dudes that played guitar. That sang. That had weird ass beats. Dude, I was like, dude, this guy should be like the modern day Anacon. But anyway, consistency, originality.
Boom.
Qualified does that.
You know, I'll be trying.
Factory be doing it.
We be out here.
Light sleepers, old heads, we still doing it.
You dig?
I love the old head thing. I love it. It's funny to me, dude.
Oh man, it just means that you've been consistent for a long time.
Hey, I've been consistent being creative.
See?
You know what I mean? And like I said, everything's coming back around, so I'm just blessed to still be here.
Yeah.
And people wanting what I'm doing, so. Thank you very much.
Man, shoot.
Thank you.
Well, man, we out here, Factory
all day.
Light Sleepers.
Support Factory. They doing it, you know what I mean? Upgraded every time I see it. Videos getting better, content getting better, and that's what I'm talking about.
Thank you, man. Appreciate that.
Sleep time's over. Shout out.
Boom. All right, man. Thank you for talking to us.
Yeah, no problem, man.
Thank you for letting us
talk a lot. Thank you very much.
We out, man.
Don't sleep.
Gang, what's happening, man? It's your man Qualified. We out here live with Factory, and it's
Israel.
Yeah, man. Like the country, but not.
But not. Or like the country.
Or either way.
Interpret that however you may.
It's up to you, man. That's what we're doing.
Bro.
So I know you, but some of the people watching may not know you. We were talking earlier. There's about 50 of them that do.
Yeah, according to the polls.
Yeah, right? The numbers.
Shout out to all you 50.
Hey guys.
I should know all their names too. I feel like if it's only 50, right?
I mean, I don't know. What do you do in your spare time besides rapping? Like, if you do stuff that requires a lot of brain space, I'll allow you to only know 30.
Yeah, true.
Right?
But 50, I feel like you come on, you gotta know 50. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
That's up to them.
That's down the road. So why don't you tell people a little bit about how you got started in the scene? Where'd you come from, man?
Where'd I come from? Okay, so I was originally born in Salem, Oregon.
Okay.
It's Northwest Coast, PNW. Salem, I was there for a year. We moved to California right after I was born. Stayed in California. We was driving around. We was in Los Angeles, East LA, Orange County. Okay. Cycling that route for 7 years. Back to Oregon after that. I was 7 or 8, and then we did the whole thing over in Oregon. Same thing, just living around different cities. No, I could name a bunch of cities I lived in they don't know about. Right?
Somebody in the 50 knows.
Fine, okay. Independence, Oregon. See me. No.
What?
Right? Yeah. A lot of witchcraft.
Okay.
Yeah, no, for real. It's crazy.
Wow. I mean, Salem.
Right? Yeah. Well, that's the Massachusetts.
Never mind.
Salem. Yeah. Both too, though.
Same name.
Exactly.
It's just witchcraft in the air.
With names like Salem, I don't really get it. But then after that, I lived in Salem for moved back to Oregon, lived there for 7 years. Then we moved to Hawaii.
Okay.
And that's what kind of I have a little more clarity on the whole thing, just because it's not when I was fucking 1 years old. But my mom one day was just I feel like moving to Hawaii. It was taking me to school one day. And we lived in the country, so I was just thinking, whatever, you're just dreaming. I come home that day and she sits me and my siblings down and hey, we're moving to Hawaii. Just out of nowhere. And you know what she said? She said God told her.
Oh wow.
To move us to Hawaii.
Yeah, no, that's lit.
Yeah. So, I mean, at first, I was like, I got friends here. I got my foundation here. I was 13, 14. I was like, I'm kind of cool. I kind of like it. I got something going for me. Right? So, I wasn't really with it, but, I mean, they had to do what they had to do, what they felt was right. And so, we moved here and we lived, it's called Mapuna Puna.
Okay.
It's this industrial area. You know where, Safeway over in Salt Lake?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's up the road from there.
Oh, okay.
And there was this synagogue operating as a homeless shelter. And we didn't have shit when we first came here. Yeah. So we was living in there. They was gracious enough to let us live there for 6 months. That shit was it was a metal roof. Yeah. Cockroach infested.
Oh.
Yeah, I know.
That sounds fun.
Right, yeah. And then from there we just did the same thing we've been doing in Cali and Oregon, just moving around Hawaii, and then been there for the last 7 years. And I didn't realize it until now. I'm every state I've lived in has been 7 years. Isn't that kind of ironic?
Oh shit. What does that mean, man?
For real, what does it mean? I'm 21 right now. So I was like, man, what does that mean? And then, that's kind of how I got to Hawaii. My mom said God told her to. Along the way, a lot of trials and tribulations around that time when I fell in love with hip-hop too.
Yeah. Okay. So when you fell in love with hip-hop, who were some of the people that you were listening to? What got you to the point where you were yo, I need some of this.
Do this.
Yeah.
So my two like foundational artists like that.
Yeah.
When I first found them, they gave me that feeling. It's got to be Eminem and Kanye West. Now, do I still have the same appreciation for them and like obsession with them?
Yeah.
Maybe not so much, just because I've matured and I found my own lane. But like when I first found those two artists,
Yeah.
I was like, man, there's something about these people that is just magnetic.
Okay.
I need to listen to them, and the obsession got so bad that I need to learn how to do this.
Yeah.
It went from I need to listen to them to like, okay, this is not enough. That you get that itch. I need to now learn how to do this. And I first started rapping as 14, 15 years old.
Yeah. Okay. Nah, cause like with Kanye, like it was interesting that you mentioned Kanye, because for me, I was already into hip hop. I already fell in love with it. I was already rapping and doing things. But when I found Kanye, when College Dropout, when that first dropped, when I first heard Through the Wire, I was just like, yo, what the fuck is this?
College Dropout, yeah.
And like for me, it was just like that whole time period was like a turning point. Like my favorite rapper is Pigeon John, and like for me, he gave me like a lane where I felt like I could put myself into my raps and not always have to like rap about like whatever was like cool at the time. Like I could put like things that I like into the rap that nobody else might not rap about, but I'm gonna,
rap about that shit.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. And so like with like Pigeon John was like an underground dude and he was dope, but then Kanye went mainstream with that shit, like in a time where like 50 Cent and like all these gangster cats was popular, and he's out here wearing like pink polos.
Yeah.
So I was like, all right, bet, like
brave.
But I was like, oh, okay, it's on. Like we're here. Like we can rap about whatever now. So like that's like, so for me, I felt like that gave me courage to step out even more and just, all right, now I'm just fully gonna explore and just rap about I'm just gonna really just find my lane and be me.
That's inspiring, bro.
So,
yeah.
But yeah, so listening to Kanye and Eminem made you kind of want to step out and do your thing. I know you also produce, so like I feel like listening to Kanye, that's kind of, he's on that side too.
You would think. Be honest with you though, you know what made me want to produce? Not having fucking beats.
Hey, well, there you go.
That was the only way I knew I was gonna get beats. Was like, all right, well, I mean, like, cause I have a very tactical side of me.
Yeah.
Tactful. I have a very tactful side of me, and it's like, I can use YouTube beats. But these are the beats that everyone's using. You know, you're picking off the same plate that the whole world is picking off of. You know what I mean? And you're also supposed to be yourself. You're also supposed to be different. And I, from the jump, knew like, okay, if you're going to be original, if you're going to really make it in this shit, you need to have original beats. You either need to know somebody who makes beats, who is giving you beats, who is not giving anyone else beats, or you need to learn how to make beats. And that's just a realization I'd come to. I know all the YouTube beat makers. Those guys are good at what they do, very, very good at what they do. But it's just it came to a point where it's like, I need my own sound. I need my very own sound. And I was, I think, 15 or 16. Got my first laptop, and off the record, I may or may not have illegally downloaded FL Image Line Game bid. Yeah, so I downloaded FL Studio, and it took me years to get to the point where I'm happy with, you know, how I sounded, at least. And that's perspective, because, you know, you can call yourself good, but at the end of the day, like, everyone's definition of good is you know, perspective. You know what I mean? Yeah. But yeah, so that's what made me need beats. Kanye though, like, I feel like he encapsulates a lot of the energy that is in Hawaii. You know what I mean? If you go to his Wikipedia page and look up My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, the beginning paragraph is, he said he was in a self-imposed exile in Honolulu, Hawaii. And I just love how that was put, because it's beautifully painted to look like, oh, okay, here he is to drown in his sorrows and his vices, you know what I mean? And then you can like hear it through the music, and from there I realized, I'm like, man, like this is what I'm falling in love with. Before I even moved to Hawaii, this is what I fell in love with, was this energy that this guy is putting in his music. And it just so happens in his self-imposed exile in Honolulu, Hawaii, came like arguably his best album.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, I know a lot of people. I love College Dropout. I love Late Registration, but I'd say my favorite Kanye album, it starts at 808s and finishes at Twisted Fantasy. You know what I mean? But yeah, that's always what I try. That's like my ceiling, or not my ceiling, my bar, my standard. Yeah.
I feel it. Now with your music, who, if people were trying to, because people always got to compare and try to figure out like who you sound like, who would you say that your style is comparable to, if anyone?
Okay, I would say I try to mirror the lyricism of my contemporaries, such as Eminem. Again, I'm going to say try. I think I do a good job at it. Other people have their own opinions. But I also try to maintain the clarity of like Wayne, early Wayne. You know what I mean? To me, that's my ideal formula, where you're not compromising lyric, so like multi-syllable rhymes, but you're also not getting too lost in metaphor and too lost in like, like I feel like a lot of MF Doom stuff is super lyrical, but I can't even comprehend it because he's just, it's all over my head. All over my head, and it's beautiful. That's art. That shit's fucking art. But I just feel like for me, it doesn't paint a picture like it does for some other people. But then you have an artist like Lil Baby, Gunna. Some of their stuff, it's maybe not as lyrical, but there's so much clarity.
I feel you.
You understand the thoughts that are trying to be conveyed, and that's an art in itself too. And you ask me like my style, I feel like you probably won't even get this or agree, but 2 Chainz.
Okay.
Yeah, probably never would have thought of that, right? But he's one artist that is so fucking lyrical.
No, 2 Chainz is dope. Hell
but
yeah.
The clarity is there, bro. Whistling Dixie, middle school, I was getting ahead in the 10 speed, like god damn. That shit's lyrical, and I get it. You know what I mean?
Man. I think, cause I was already like a 2 Chainz fan, but I think the first time I ended up seeing him live and seeing him like the crowd control and just like he spit, like he wasn't spitting over tracks, like he was just out there rapping and sounded just like the album. I was like, okay, 2 Chainz, you can perform. Like, I feel it. So it was like a whole different kind of respect for 2 Chainz.
I was about to say, you probably really respected that, because that's what you do.
Oh yeah.
You be out here really fucking rapping. A lot of people don't know that, man.
Hey.
Rapping your fucking ass off.
Talk about it.
Not enough people do shit.
Nah, man. But okay. So we got a couple more before we wrap it up. Now we're gonna kind of go a little bit off the wall. Now, if there like any rapper in the rap game, this isn't limited to Hawaii. This is just worldwide. If there was any rapper in the rap game that you could fist fight, who would it be? Who do you want to fist fight?
Who do I want to fist fight?
Yeah.
Honestly, Oliver Tree.
Yeah, I think you'll win.
Okay, can I pick 2 rappers, or is it gonna?
Oh no, yeah, pick whoever you. Hell yeah.
All right, man. I want Oliver Tree, Lil Xan, and I want to get actually my ass kicked by what's his fucking name? By fucking Kodak Black, because I feel like I'd get in a fight with him and lose.
Yeah. Hey, Kodak wild.
Dead ass.
He looked wild.
You just gotta know some shit, right? I'd go for it. No, I fuck with Kodak though, but I mean like I would wear that. Like, hey, I just got my ass kicked by Kodak Black.
Get a selfie after. Like, yo, man.
I'm pretty peaceful for the most part though. Like I'm not like the most traditional rapper there is, and I'm never one that's a stranger. Like people that's not fucking with me for whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I mean, like I'm like, if you're doing you, you're doing you. I don't know. I'm not really that much of a hater.
I feel you, man.
That wasn't the question. I'm sorry.
I be chilling too, but like me personally, like I gotta get the fade with Tiger. Like I really just need the fade with Tiger.
Why did I say Tiger?
Like I really need the fade with Tiger.
Tiger.
Fuck Tiger.
Oh
like,
shit.
that's how I feel. That's how we coming.
Oh shit. Hey, I respect that. And if I gotta pick sides, of course I'm gonna go with Kwalified.
Oh man, I would beat Tiger's ass, bro. I'd taking his chains, all that. All that.
Respect. Hey, I would have you look if it came down to it and like I was there, bro. Come on, he has boys. I would have to be there. You're from Hawaii, so like
yeah.
I'm not the kind of backup you want.
Yo, one-on-one, Tiger. See me one-on-one.
Yeah. Sign the papers. Do the paperwork. Yeah.
Tiger.
That's what I did, dude. I was like, Tiger. Wait, so why did you say Soulja Boy then? Sorry, Young Draco.
Yeah, man. Hey, well, nah. I mean, I fucks with Soulja Boy.
Same
with him.
That's the Lord right there, man.
You know what I mean? No problems with Soulja. Big Draco.
Wait, Young Draco or Big Draco?
It's whatever Draco he want, man. Pause.
True. Every Draco.
Different colors, whatever, bro. All right, man. Before we like completely go off the rails, let's you want to give any shout outs? Anybody you trying to?
Yeah, I got a couple.
Okay, let's get it.
Okay, first and foremost,
Yes.
shout out to Kwalified.
Hey.
All right, big. Let me tell you first off, my first show and now my first interview, the opportunity was presented by Kwalified. So that's hands down like fam for fucking life. Like,
you know what it is.
Honestly, like the amount of groundwork that you put on for Hawaii is amazing. Like anyone could never be as out of pocket as to forget that. So shout out to you.
Yes.
Shout out to Stay Stoked, Javi, Mayor, LeMaine, my boy Justin, and my mama. Right?
Facts. You gotta get the important people out.
Exactly, right?
Where can people find you?
Okay. Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, Israel Q Hano. That's ISRAEL, the letter Q, and then HANO. Go.
Throw up some kind of graphic somewhere in this vicinity. You'll see it.
Was that enough space?
I'm sure it is. Still don't make it fit.
Okay.
There you go. Pause. So, and on that note, man, this is Factory. It's Kwalified. This is Israel, and stood behind the camera, and we out.